Okay, so today we are going to work on the few report types and uh, some drill through reports, sub reports, and one different types of reports we have, right? So we will try to cover few reports today. Uh, let's start with one new report and we'll see what are the things we can add into this. Okay, I am taking some plain report here. I'm not taking any wizard or something. I'm just taking one plain report. So these are the report items we are available here, right? So we will till now we have seen table, matrix, text box, line, everything, right? So today we'll try to cover rectangle, list, image, sub-report, and chart. So we'll try to cover, if possible, I will try to cover all these topics today. Okay. So let's start with one by one. So today we'll start with some list here. So I'm just taking this one into my plain report here. So it is asking me, so which data set you want to use this one. So I will take it as some new report here, or else in the report, first I will add one data source here, right? This is our common thing which we need to do this. So I will use this one shared one as we discussed earlier. This is a one-time effort where we are used to do this one. So in this, I am adding data set. I have just connected database now. I'm just trying to add a data set here. So what I will take here is, I will take as usual our regular stuff only. Some tables here, right? So adding table here, dim product I will take by, because till now we have covered all the reports by using this table only, right? So to make easy, I will just take it here only. I'm just taking here English product name, color, so something called class. Okay, this is enough for me to work on this list here. So I am achieving this 606 records, means my query is fine here. Okay, I'll just make OK here. Okay, now my data source and my data set is ready for me. So I can use in any report, right? The same thing. So to make use of this, I have taken the list here. So what is this list report type and how does it useful? See, list report type is a free form report. Here we don't have any restrictions. When we used to have the table or matrix, there will be a fixed columns are there in the table. When we have some matrix, it is some multi-dimensional. The table is having some rows and columns. It is some two-dimensional. Okay. In the text box, we can play whatever we want. Coming to the list, it is in a free form report style. We can do whatever we want in the list here. Okay. Here we have some special in the list here. Okay. First, we'll take it as a list here. In this, I am going to add, insert some text box here. Okay. In this, I can add, I am having the one data source data set ready, right? So I'm trying to add some here class. It means just one text box where I can use it to have some class here. That's it. Okay, let's preview it once. It will be showing some class level details on the each page or something. Okay. See, it is showing some low class, middle class, something. It is showing around 56 pages, right? So like this, we can add our own text boxes here. Again, I will try to add some more text box here. I will name it. I will insert some. I have added a class, right? I will add some color here. Let's see. So now it is showing some color also. Low class with black color, right? So like this I can add, insert some text box once again. I can make an use of all these things. So here I will try to give some English product name. Let's preview this one. See, this is one not applicable. I mean, this is the class here not applicable, and adjustable is a product name, and color we don't have anything for that one. Okay, like this we can see this one. This is low class black color, and this is the product name. So where we can use this type of lists generally, where what is the use of this one? As I told, this is a free form report. We can play anything in this. So generally, where and which type of scenarios we will be using. See, we used to get some bills. If you remember any Vodafone bill or Airtel bill, whatever the network you are using. So in that, we'll be having some details on the top of the every bill. At that, we'll be having some name, customer address, customer mobile number, and some fixed columns which are there for the every customer details, right? So those columns every time what happens is uh, that network provider can't write every customer address by hand, right? So for that, what they used to do is they will create some template for that. To have this some template, they can display it on the, or they can take some printout of this and they can display it, just take a print and stick it on the bills. So these are the some examples where we used to take some courier also. If you remember these couriers, they used to give some address on this, on your courier. So which is fixed columns will be there on that. We'll be mapping some address on that. So let's make some proper report here so that we can understand here. So this is stuff we are getting, right. So I will try to insert one more text box where I can have some, what I can say, I can move it from to anywhere here. So it's not restricted to be place it at one place only. Okay. As I told, this is a free form report. You can place it at anywhere here. So, okay. So just to make a proper report, what I'm taking here is I'm just taking some label here, class, and making of some bold here, and insert one more text box here. I will take it as color. I mean, just to make some meaningful report. That's it. Okay, and color, and this is a one more text box here we can use. Products, something like this. Now let's preview it once so that we can understand. See, now it is showing class, color, and product. So for the class, we don't have any records for the first not applicable, right? So like this, it will be displaying here like this. So as I told you, right? So it will be fixed here where we can have some. Let me take to some 30. Still not applicable. Yes, we have something here, right? So some class, color, and products, we have all the three values here. So if you want to use of these reports like this, we can use of this list. We can have some free form. We cannot, it's not fixed here. We can make anything here. So what are the things we need to observe, and where I told you, right? Generally, this type of lists will be useful in the some couriers or printing the some addresses or some movie tickets or something where we used to have some list here. That's it. Every time these values will be changed here, but these columns left hand side which we are seeing, these will be fixed. Okay. So this can be anything, like dynamically we can change. Okay. What are the list properties we can have here is, we have seen the one text box, line, whatever in that in the list we can add the anything, but remember one thing, we cannot add the table or matrix here. Why? Because it's already collection of one group items. Again, we cannot group it here. Let me see what happens if I add some header or something here. Let me tell you, it will definitely throw some error. Why? Because we cannot have one group into list here. Okay, let me show you. See, and occurred during this report, a Tablix report has a detailed member of inner members. The detailed member can be contain only the static inner members, right? But we are giving some dynamically one into data into some table here, which is not some meaningful. Okay. Here it is already coming data from the one data set, which is some group columns here. Detailed level of groups we are getting. But again, we are trying to group another data set into this list, which doesn't mean have some meaningful, right? So it is saying that it cannot be statically called two at a time. Okay. So this is how the lists will be useful here. And coming to these properties, Tablix properties for this list here is, what is this Tablix property? I hope we have discussed in the last session about in the expressions we have seen this one. Tablix means table, list and matrix. The combination of all these things will be combined as a Tablix. Okay. TABLIX, Tablix properties means it will be consisting of all the mixed properties of table, list and the matrix. That's why it is named as a Tablix. Okay. What are the properties available for this? So the common things which we have covered in the earlier also. If you want to make some name, we can name it as tooltip. We can use some testing database. As page break, add a page break before and after. We have seen this one while taking the printout. If you want to make use of this one, we can try it yourself. Okay. These options we have already discussed here. So a report header and report column header, we can make use of this one. Visibility. So if you want to hide this one, we can hide this one. When we say hide this one, so the report was generated, but it was hidden. Okay. Try to take this one, Tablix properties, visibility. If you want to make use of any expression based on that expression, if you want to display something, then only we can use this one. So by based on some expressions or something, we can use of this one. Filters, based on some filters only, if you want to filter this report, we can do this one. Sorting, this one. On particular column, if you want to sort this one, we can sort this one. Just add a column and make use of then sort of this one. Okay. So these are the common properties which are available in the Tablix properties. Okay. We have already covered these properties in the previous sessions. Nothing much to discuss here. Okay. In this, if you want to have some rectangle, I am done with the list here. I am trying to add one more thing, which is rectangle here. Okay. So I will add something here. I will add a rectangle here. Okay. This is the above one is list. This is then a rectangle now. So what does this rectangle will be useful here? When these type of rectangles will be useful here? Rectangle reports means it is one item where we can use in some common reports actually. We cannot make use of separate sense by using the rectangle report. We can add it in some other reports so that it will be make a useful or it will be make some sense here. So what does it means is here rectangle properties are available here. The same thing, visibility, fill. If you want to, just now we have seen visibility, hide, show and all these things. Coming to the fill, if you want to fill some color for this rectangle, we can fill some color. If you want to add some image to this one, we can add this one. We have three ways of adding the image to this rectangle. One is external, embed and database. So external means it will be get image by using some expressions which is already stored in our database. By using some expressions we can get this one. Embed is something which we can give some path to this and we can load this into our database directly. Okay. And the third option is database. It means we have already stored some uh, file in our database, I mean image file. So we can make use of that image files here. Okay. So if you want to make that in a data set one and what is the data, I mean image type, all these things we can use it here. Okay, as of now we are not going to use anything here. So just try yourself from your home and I hope we have already covered the embedded image in the previous sessions. I will take it one more time in the next couple of minutes. So I will just take it as a gold color here. I mean this is the some color I have filled in the rectangle so that it will be differentiate from the list and the rectangle when I preview it. Okay, in this I can insert some text box here, some color. Again I am taking one more text box here. Okay, I will give it some class. So let's preview it once how it will be displaying like this. Okay, so it is displaying only the rectangle here. Why? Because something we have defined here as a hidden table properties, visibility. It is given hidden, right? That's why it's not showing. Make it as a show and preview it here. So it is displaying here like this. Let's go to the some last page where we have some rectangle also. So here we can see the rectangle where we have displayed some color and class here. So generally what is the use of this one here is rectangle is nothing but one container, okay, where we can hide or we can display some data based on the some list of the columns here. Let's say generally what will be the main purpose of here is if you use this one rectangle properties here, if I want to hide some column here, I cannot do this one in the list, right? So when I say this one tablix property, entire thing is going to be displayed as in a hidden, right? But coming to the rectangle, as I told, this is in a container where we can apply all the things at a time. Let me show you this one rectangle properties, visibility. I can make sure that hidden here. Go to the last page. If you see this one, it won't display here. But our list is displaying, but our rectangle is not displaying here. Why? Because we have given a container which completely want to hidden. So if you have some conditions where we used to have just only the display the this data listed data, but I don't want to display the rectangular. Some there will be some type of situation where I doesn't need this rectangular based on some condition, but I want to hide completely. Generally what happens is if you want to specifically hide some columns, it doesn't have that type of options in the SSR. But when we use of this rectangle something, when we say this one rectangle properties as in a hidden, then entire container will be goes as a hidden. Okay, so in such type of scenario generally we will be using this one. And what are the layouts we are available bringing to the front, we can try this all these options actually. Okay, we have some body options, okay, where we used to set some properties for this. And this is the main actually rectangle properties here. Generally visibility, fill, if you want to make use of this one, we have already seen something, right? So if you want to add some image here also, we can add the image. I will take it this image here. Let's make a preview of this one. So it is given some, I guess it's not fit to this one, that's why it is displaying like this. Let's see this one. It is still very big actually, that's why it is not displaying here. I hope you understand when I say this one image property, it is giving this one, but it's not fitting to this one. I'll make use of this one so that the color change we can understand. Okay, see this one. So like this we can use of this one rectangle here. Okay, if you want to show based on some conditions, then only if we can do this such kind of things here. Okay, we can preview it also. Nothing much use of this one, but it's not exclusively used in the separately rectangle, but some adding to these existing report items only we will be using this one. Sometimes under the table we will be using this rectangle. Under the matrix report we will be calling this one rectangle, so that based on some conditions only we will be displaying this rectangle. Why? Because under this rectangle we have some group colors where we can display all at a time, or we can hide all those at a time. Okay, this is the list we have covered, rectangle we have covered. Image, I hope we have already seen this one. Once again I will show you this one. Image properties.
Excuse,
Yes.
can you explain the difference?
Now I'm going to use the image here. I mean, what is it saying? Displaying a bitmap image such as logo or photo. So when generally we are going to use this images here is, let's say I'm having one table or one report here. On top of that, every time I want to display my company logo. Okay, in that case, I generally use of this one. Or else, if you want to specifically, if you have any reason to display some images, on let's say I will have this. I have created this one, right? So I want to display some image here. I mean, beside to this, so that the courier logo or address details, Airtel logo, it will be displayed parallelly on this one. Okay, I will take it here and I will give some. This is my company. For suppose I am saying this one. So I will be adding image here like this. So this is the details of some address or something courier, and this is the courier logo here. Let's preview. And then how does it will be working out here is, see, this will be displayed like this. Okay. So if you want to parallelly display beside to this one, we can make use of this one. Okay, I mean image will be something where we will be using at the company logos, or some specifically where there is a need of to display some images beside to this one, we can use it one. So okay, what are the image properties we have here? That is important. So size, what is this one? If you want to make use of original size, what does this original size is? Fit to size, I mean whatever the size we have given, it has to fit into that size. Fit proportionally, if you want to make as a some ratio how to display. Why? Because our website or something report will be have some fixed size and length. On top of that we will be having very less space, so in that space only we have to fix our logo. Then we have to give all these properties. Why? Because in that space only we have to fit our logo here. So in that case we will be using all these options here. So visibility, every time we will be seeing these options here. Based on some condition or expression we can display it here. Action, by clicking some logo, if you want to make use of some URL or something, I hope we have already seen this one. By clicking this one we will be take it to the some URL company website or something. Okay, borders. Okay, if you want to make some dotted border or something, we can make use of this one. color black or white, whichever we want to use. This one we can try this one. There it is, none I have to keep. See this one, it is I think I have given some fit size, I guess that's why it is giving this one like this. Let's preview it here, then let's change this one. Image properties, size, original or fit to size. I will make it as some fit to size here. I guess it is in a more than very big size I'm getting here. Okay, this is enough for me in the size. Okay, let's preview this one. So this is how we can use of the our logo on this image. So generally what does this image will be? Generally logo or photo identity. Okay, if you have any applications where we are filling all the details, and beside to that if you want to attach any photo of that ID person name, we can attach directly. Generally if you have stored that photos in our database, we can directly call it here, or else we can if it is stored in your drive or some database, we can attach directly to here. Okay, these are the properties available in the image: general, size, visibility, actions we have seen, go to report, go to bookmark, go to URL. Go to report we are going to see now within couple of minutes, next couple of minutes. And border we have seen what how you want to make use of this one. We can try a different option, change it, and we can see how the difference it is looking like. Okay, this is about the image. Now we are going to discuss about the sub report here. Okay, sub report. Before going to the sub report, I would like to discuss about the drill through reports. Okay, once this is done, then we can go through with the sub report and the chart. Okay, so till now we have seen drill down report. If you remember that in the first session of SSRS I have shown this one, uh, where we have created some drill down report. Means by pressing some plus option it will be expanded more. uh, Again if I go to that low level, it will again have some more options to display. Means every time I am click on plus, automatically it will be expand and it will be showing all those details. That is drill down report. Now we are going to see drill through report here. Okay, so this is a very important. In the interview questions you will be asked what is a drill down report, what is a drill through report, and sub report. These are all the interrelated questions. Make definitely you will be confused by the interviewer. Don't be confused here. Make understand what is the drill through report, drill down report, and sub report. Okay, drill down report is just we will be having some plus options, and we will be just clicking on that one. It will be expanded and it will be shown all the granularity levels. Drill through report is something where it will be taking us to some other report, navigating some to the some other report. Let me explain you here. Let me take some notepad. Okay, so what is this drill through will be make use of this one. This is a very important. Drill through is something like this. Let me take pen here. So to explaining me the drill through, I would like to have some sample reports here. I will be having some 3 reports here. This is something class report, this is some color report, and this is something product related report. Okay, in this I will be having, I'm just displaying some class related data. Okay, and in here I am just displaying only color related data, and here I am displaying some only product related data. Means these are all the three different reports. Okay, this is one report, this is one report, this is one report. Okay, this is a class report, this is a color report, this is a product report. Okay, when we used to have class like low class, high class, some middle class. Okay, so this is the report where we used to have this one color, you know. I mean, we where we have previously defined some reports, right? In that I am only taking the same data sets, trying to display the same data here. Black, red, all these different types of colors available in the color report. And respect to reports, I mean products, we have what are the products we are having, all those things we have. So what did this drill through will be helpful as is, I am having three reports, right? When I click on the report one, I mean I will be click some class here, automatically it has to take me to color report. I mean I have to navigate it to color report. When I click some black color, it has to navigate it to me product report. Means we are giving some actions to this report here. Mean what actions we are giving to this report is, mean go to this report by whenever I'm having some action on this class. Okay, I'm giving some action on this color report. Whenever I'm clicking some black color, take me to the product report respective of that black color report. Okay, so let's have some example by using creating this one, some example reports, then we can easily understand. So for that I have already created some reports here. Let me close this one. I guess, yeah, class I'm having, color I'm having, product I'm having. Okay. So as discussed, we have class here. So in this class I'm just having some very plain report where we have some class level of data. So what I have done in this is nothing. I have created very simple report where I have taken one simple one data set, one data source, and one matrix report. Okay. In this I have just taken class, sales amount, and tax amount. That's it. Okay. I'm just showing this one. What are the, how does this class report is executed? So it is executing like this. The report is coming like this for the class. Coming to the color, the same stuff, I didn't change anything here, just replaced the color here. Instead of class, I have just taken the color here. That's it. Okay, I have given one parameter. Let me tell you why it is needed, this one. So this is the black color I am giving here. That's why it is giving. Maybe it's not having any data for this. Sorry, class, right? Class means H, low class, middle class. Yeah. So it is giving some class related data. I mean, when I click high class respect to color details only it is displaying. Okay. Coming to the product, the same stuff. I didn't change anything. Only the product details I have given here. I have taken two parameters here, black and some class H. So only those related information it is giving me here. Okay. These are the three reports I have created. Now I would like to give this drill through options. How can I achieve this one? Okay. When I click on the class report, it has to take me to the color report. When I click on the color report, it has to take me to the product report. Okay. Then how can I achieve this one is simply in the class, go to this class, right click, text box properties, actions. If you remember, I have told you will be one option where we are going to check in the couple of sessions, right? That option is nothing but go to report. I have given some go to report option here. In that I have said that I have specified like this. go to a report which is color report. What are the reports available in my here? I'm just specifying all those list here. So in that it is asking boss which report you want to take me. So I told them just go to the color report. Okay, and I have given one parameter. I will tell you why we have given this one. But this is the information action I have given here. Go to report. Okay, you know this option, right? Go to URL, go to bookmark, go to report is now we are working on this. So go to report means which report you want to go to report. Okay, just I have given color here, and coming to the color, the same thing I have given here onto this color text box properties actions. Again I have given go to report to the product, means I have told you, right, when I click on the color it has to take me to the, when I click on the class it has to take me to the color, when I click on the color it has to take me to the product. So this is how I needed. So the simply how I can achieve this one is go to report. It is asking which report you want to take me. So when I click on this it is taking me to the product report. Okay, so finally what does this product will be displaying here? Again if you want to specify to this, again when I click on the product, if you want to make use of it some other report, then we can specify again go to report something, which report if you want to give this one, all this stuff we can give here. But as of now, just to understand what is a go to report, drill through report, I have taken some sample 3 reports here: class report, color report, and product report. When I click on the class, automatically it has to take me to the color. When I click on the color, it has to take me to the product. But all at a time on the single report. Let me preview it here. See this one. Now I can see some handy here. It means it is having some link here. What does this link? Our go to report option here we have. So when I click on the H, it has to take me to the color report. I'm just clicking this one. See, now it has taken me to the color report. This is a color report, right? Just now we have previewed, right? So in that I have passed the H. Why? Because I don't know which class is coming from the class report, right? To capture that one, I have taken as a class parameter. That's it. That's why I have taken as a parameter in the color. Okay. See, now if you see this one, again I am having some handy here. What it is showing, again I am having some link here, means if I do something it will be taking me to some other report. Let me click on the black here. See, now it is taken me to the product report, right? So this is how we can navigate by using simply applying the go to report option. See, this option is only enabled only when we have drill through report. Means if you want to go to the parent of this report, means now I'm in the product, I want to go to this color report. See, now it has taken me to the parent report. Again, grandparent to this one is class. Okay. These options will be enabled only when we have some drill through report options. Okay. Once again I am showing here. So what are the things I have done? Here is I have just taken this plain simple 3 reports. Okay. When I am clicking this one, I have to go to the color report. For that, what I have given in the class text box properties, in the actions, I have taken go to report. Which report was I want to take it to the color, and I have given some class parameter just to understand which class is coming from the first report. To capture that one, I have given one parameter called class here. Okay. Coming to the color, the same thing that I have taken.
After giving the options, you are canceling that box, right?
Yes.
You need to select OK button.
Now let's go to the product here. So in the products, I have just there won't be any options available. Why? Because after the product, this is then a final level of report, right? So I didn't given anything here, go to report option. Why? Because this is my final level of granularity, right? So only the thing I have just added here is just only color and class parameters I have added in my query. That's it. Okay, this is, we have already seen how to use the parameters. Okay, simply define parameters here, go to the query report level parameter, query level parameter, and the mapping, right? Three steps in the parameters using the same stuff I have done here. Once again I am showing, previewing here. So when I click H, this H has to pass to the color here, okay, and display what are the colors available under the H class. Clicking H here, see under the H class I am having only these colors. Okay, when I click on the red color, what are the things needs to be passed under the class H and the color red? It has to show me all the products. Okay, this is my requirement. Okay, when I click red, it has to pass class H and color red to the product. Let me show this one. I have clicked red one. See, color red and class H. Only these are the products available under the products. Okay, this is how we can make use of the drill through report. Okay, if you want to go back one step here, this is the go back to the parent report, means one level which we have given, means this is a color report. Again, if you want to go back, yes, we can go back. This is the top level, that's why it is nothing much to show here. If you want to check the low class we have something, these are the colors available, and these are the silver color low class products are available here. Okay, let's check it one more option. Middle, we have middle class, means we are getting a middle class here. Under the middle class, what are the, I mean I'm taking yellow color, color is yellow, class is M. What are the products under this? See, color is yellow, class is M. What are the products available? All this stuff are displaying under the product list. If you see this one, I am not going to any report. Under this only I am calling color and product report. Okay, by using drill through options. Okay, this is what about the drill through reports. Okay, now we are going to check this sub report here. Okay, let's take me this sub report here. This is the sub report. So what is this sub report and what is a drill through report? Let's have handy on this, then we can identify the differences between the drill through and report and sub report. Okay, so under this sub report we are asking to select sub report properties. Again it is asking me to use a sub report. Which report you want to use this one? I would like to take some color here. Okay, and visibility, yes, let me show me as of now. And do we have any parameters to be added here? Yes, we have some class param here. At the rate class here. Let's see. I mean, I'm just trying to use of this sub report here. How it will be displayed here is simply, what happened? It's not displaying here. Okay, it is taking me to again some drill through only. Let me have something here. I have changed layout here. Select body sub report properties, visibility show parameters. 1 second. So executing, yeah. So now it's coming here. So what is this sub report here is under the same report. I means I'm having one report here, class. Below to this, I have given one sub report here. What is this sub report here is, let's say I'm having the class level of details here, right? So when I use the drill through, what is it doing? It is taking me to the some other report. I mean, it is calling some other report. But in the sub report concept, it will be displayed on the same report. It won't navigate me to take to some other report. Okay, it will be displayed on the same page itself. Okay, here I am having the class report. In the sub report I am calling the color report, but when I click on the report execution, it is displaying me at a time. Let's preview this one. Now what is my expectation is, in the class and color report both has to be displayed at a time. See this one. This is my class report and this is my color report. This is a main report. This is a sub report. Okay. So this is how we can make use of the sub report here. Here still we have this drill through option still available. Okay. When I click on this, it will be take me to, it is in a color report, right? What is the next level? It is to be take me to the product. So red, I am clicking here. See, still my report options are, drill through options are available when I am clicking in the sub report. Why? Because it has already given some already links to the reports here. That's why it is displaying all these options. Okay, this is how generally we will be calling as a sub report. If you want to display on the same page, I mean on the same report, without navigating to some other report, if you want to use the on the same page, then we can use of this sub report. Okay, so now first we will be identify what are the differences between the drill down, drill through and sub report. Okay, these are very important things. When we are facing some interview, it will be definitely asked what are the differences between the drill down, drill through and sub report. Okay, I guess we have already worked on this one, right? Template, drill down option is given here. No, right? Not template. Wizard, I guess. Wizard, we have given some option. Let me preview it here. Did we give it anything here? Okay, no problem. I mean, I just want to show you where we have used this one drill down report so that I can show you here. Okay, or else let me create one more report here. How much time it will take? No. I'm just trying to add this one. Build the query here. It is asking me to query here. Dim product. Class. English product name. Some color. Class. Just to have some understand here. Next. I will take it as a tabular only or matrix, anything is fine for me. Under the rows I will take it as a class. Columns I will be like this one. See here it is giving enable drill down options. Okay, automatically it will be taken with this one. 1 second, yes, what happened? Yes,
Excuse me.
yes.
I think it's better.
So I'm taking the drill down option here. Okay, so why it is not giving me here? Back again. Let me take to this one table all this group. uh, Let me take to the matrix only, enable this one, remove to this. I will make it to the page here, drill down here. It is not giving here. When I say drill down means it has to be taking me to all the options here. I guess we have to give it in the detail level. One second, guys. Selecting this one. Yes, we have done this one. Query builder is done. Next, I am taking some tabular report. Here it is giving like this. Choose the how two groups data into one table here. Move this one. I will taking to the detail level. Yes. Class as a group and detail level here. I will take as a matrix. Removing this one. Removing. I mean, I'm just trying to show you once again. I have just there I have created fixed finish, right? So in which we have seen some options here where we have drill down, drill through, or drill down options, right? When we have added this color, it will be taking me all the details which are available in this one. So that was on a drill down report. But when we are using drill through report, it is taking me to another report. That is the difference between the drill through report. Coming to the sub report, on the same page we are displaying the sub report. That's the differences I want to make show you this one. This is how we can use of this one. Drill down, drill through and sub report. Okay. Coming to the next one, we have chart here. This will be the final. Let's close with this chart items. Okay. I'm just removing this sub report and I'm trying to add this one chart here. So under this chart type, we have different chart reports we have. This is in a column chart, line chart, shape chart, okay, area, all these terms, whichever we are seeing here, it is displaying all these things, range, scatter and polar, all these things. Okay. Let's take one property, one chart type, and we all the properties will be remain same for the rest of the chart types. If you discuss one thing, then automatically you can try it yourself. Why? Because all the properties will be same here. Okay. I'm just taking this one column chart here. Just click OK here. See this one. Now I have got a chart here like this. In this, we have different things to be displayed here. Okay. This is the measure where we are adding measures here and categories here. By default, it has given some simple report like this. I am just adding here one sales amount and some tax amount. Okay, let's preview it here. How does it is displaying here? Then just change everything in the chart. When we are using any type of chart report, just try to change a small change or set some property and try to look into the preview. Then only we can understand. See, now it is displaying some details here. What it is displaying, blue color is sales amount and yellow color is tax amount. From the range of some 0 to 10,000, it is giving some chart like this. Okay. Now by default it is trying to group all this stuff here. That's why it is giving that much bold here. Okay, I will try to add some group which is by default it is grouping everything, right? So let me remove this one. See, now we can see something. Blue color is sales amount and yellow color is tax amount. Now just preview it once again. See, now it is giving me sales details as an sales amount. This is a icon. This is a yellow color is for the tax amount, and these are the values which are giving for the x-axis and y-axis. Coming to this category, I will add some uh, color here. Okay, now let's see, it is already shown some color on color A, B, C, D, E, F something, right? So when I giving this category, automatically it will be categorized based on the color here. Let's say generally when it will be used, this type of categories means if you want to see the yearly data, monthly data, some quarterly data, then that is called as a category. So that will be grouped as a one level. So that will be displayed here as a category here. Let's preview it here. See, now it is displaying as a black color, red color, and all this stuff. Making, I will just make some report size big so that I mean some more clarification or details will be displayed here like this. Okay, let's preview it once again. See, this is how it is displaying here. So black color sales, this is the sales amount, this is the tax amount. Blue color sales, this is the sales amount, this is the tax amount. Okay, this is how it is displaying about the chart here. I mean, this is we call as a legends actually. Okay, how the legends are displaying here. Blue color is from sales amount, yellow color is for tax amount. Okay, what is this series of group here? If we have some series of group, something called class, then all these legends will be displayed here and it will be marked as an a values. Let me preview it here, then we can easily understand. So everything will be comes under an a one color only. Okay, here it is displaying like this: high class sales amount, high class tax amount, low class, this is the classes available, right? It will be displayed as a legend icons, and this will be the values will be worked on this one. Okay, when we make as a series of this one, then it will be marked into a legend icons. Okay, for this yellow color, this is the tax amount, this is the sales amount. So generally we won't apply any series. Very rare case we will be applying this one. I'm just trying to removing this one, and we'll most of the things we'll be having measures and the categories. These are the most important things we will be giving in the charts here. Okay, let's if you see this one, if I click on something, it is giving me some icons. Wherever you click, there will be some special things are categorized separated. So this is how it is. When I click this one, I can make use of some properties here, title properties. I can change these properties. I can change these properties. I can change legend properties. I can change this one. So let's see one by one here. First, we will start with the title properties here. So how is the title property? What does the title you want to list this one? I want to give something sales. See, automatically when I giving here, it is reflecting here. And at which position you want to show this title? As of now, it is giving on the top. I want to make it as a down here. Then automatically it will comes to down here. If you see this one, it has changed to down. If you want to make it as on a left, it will be given on the left. If you want to make it as on the right, then it will be taking on to the right. If you want to make on the top, it will be make it out on the top only. Okay. And visibility, every time we are looking this one, you are master now in this. Show hidden action. And action, it means if you want to, when I click to this one, what does it, you want to make sure this? If you want to go to report, then automatically when I click on this sales, it will take me to the some color icon or color report or something. Or if you want to go to the URL, means on clicking on this, we can take it to our some company URL also. You can try it yourself from your side. Take it as a homework and work on this. And coming to this font, we can give our font style actually. Okay, we can make it as in some Arial bold like this, icon size 16. And what does the color you want to make sure this one some green color. I mean, you can try your number of options are available. It's an a simple options we can give here. Fill here. Right now it is showing solid color. If you want to make it as in some uh, like this, in the background it will be displayed as this. If you want to make a gradient, means some dark color to red color, this to this one, some light color here. Okay, and we can try whatever you want. Some pattern if you want to make is in this one. It see whenever I'm changing this options, automatically it's reflecting here. So the preview is not required here, means it's giving me options here. Borders, how you want to make use this one, from dotted you want, you can use see this one dotted is giving here. If you give this one increase the width size, then automatically it will be updated here. And line color, we want to make some special color in this, we can use this one. And shadow, if you want to have some shadow, I mean it will be giving me as then some shadow here, see this one. I guess if I change some color, then I guess some uh, red color, see my shadow has given me as a red color, right? Some blue color. So like this, we can try around all these things. It's all making some look and feel. That's it. Okay. These are the chart title options available here. Just preview it here. Sales. This is the changes I have done here. Okay. This is working fine. Coming to the uh, these horizontal axis properties. Okay, the same stuff which are common on the title, we can see this one action options, we have scalar, I mean setting all these horizontal axis options here. This is label, how you want to make use of this one. Hide this one, if I say hide, it won't display anything here. If you want to display as an a hide first and last labels only, then it will be first and last labels along with the axis. If you want to have some dynamic, then we can use this expressions options are there, we can use this one. And disable to the auto fit, mean it will be take use of the auto fit options. Why? Because generally don't give this auto fit option disable. Why? Because by default it will fit to our report size. These accesses or labels will be automatically fit to our report size. Okay, try to give enable auto fit only. Why? Because it will take as per the our report size. And label font, the same stuff, just now we have seen this one, right? If you want to give some color or something and with some size, all these things we can try it here. Number, see if you want to use this one, is it here I am giving some color A, color B, color C, right? Sometimes it may be some number or currency, date. So if it is having date, then how you want to display, all this stuff is given here. I mean, we can try it, it depends on our report requirement. Okay, this is how these are things we'll be using this one. Major tick marks. If you want to hide some tick marks here, positions outside. If you want to take it to the inside here, means if you see this one small change was happened here outside. Means the line we are saying it should be outside the position, means we can take it to that one. If you increase that one, then you can see this one. See, this is the lines which are coming outside. If you want to make it as an inside, then it will be take it into the inside position. Okay, and that too you have some dotted lines or some double line, I mean thick line, then we can use this one. We can try it whatever the options available here. Okay, auto interval. See, this is the important thing we need to discuss here. Auto interval means how it is getting divided here. Color A, color B, all these things is right now it is an auto interval. If you have some options you want to specify, by default we don't have, but generally if you want to make it as an auto, that is an best option. Why? Because depends on the report, automatically it will be marked as some range here. Okay, see, it is giving some this level to this level, from color A to color B we have some gaps here, right? So those gaps it will be make it as an automatically, that is called as some intervals here. Okay, default interval type it is given here. If you want to make some numbers, we can use it numbers as here. Okay, this is how about the horizontal. The coming to the same thing, if you want to change this axis title properties, we can change this one, and we have only two options, only the title name and all this stuff. And vertical axis properties, that same thing which we have discussed on the horizontal, it will be the similar to the vertical also. If you want to make use of this one, we can change as per our requirements. And these are the legends where series where we are going to change this one. If I'm clicking this one, it's giving me some selecting options, right? So right click on this series properties. See, these are the series of changes we can do in the series opportunities. Okay, sum of all these series data on based on this category field. Which category field you want to make use this? If we can, you want to give some tool tip on this. Also, we can give this one. If we are just giving some testing here. Okay, visibility we know how to do this one. Axis and chart area, I mean primary and secondary. Let's change it to the secondary. What does it will do here is, see, this will be the how it will be get it changed here. Positions will be changed to primary to the secondary. That's the only change we can see this one. Vertical. If you want to change on horizontal, this is how it will be changed. I mean, you can try it your options here, whatever we are seeing here. Markers, we have seen this one. Legends. So how does your doesn't, you don't want to show any legends here, then just tick mark this one. See this one. See, it won't show. Just now we have seen something here, right? It's now disabled here. See, now the legends are displaying here. Or if you want to make a custom legend text, you can use some custom legend text. I mean, your own custom legend text can be displayed here. Actions, the same thing we have seen here. Fill color, if you want to give some color to your series, we can give this one. Right now it is giving me some color, right? So automatically I will give some pink here. Okay, now it is got changed to the pink color. So it's our options, we can make use of anything here. Border, how do you want to have some border color on this one? All these options you can try it here. Automatically line color, try to change colors here, then we can identify. Okay, this is how it is changing the line color here. Automatic. Okay, and shadow, again the same stuff we have seen this one. Shadow, if you want to have some shadow on this, we can have some shadow on this one also. Okay, see, this is now displaying some shadow here. If you change, whenever I'm increasing this one, it is giving me some shadow here like this. Okay, and this is how about the another series of another set of series. We have two, one, right? Sales amount and the tax amount. The same stuff which we have seen in the sales, it is applied for the tax amount also. One important thing here we need to observe here is, if you see this one here, it is giving me 3D effects, right? Let's click on this one. If I enable this one, it will be taking me to some 3D effects. See this one. Now it is some multi-dimensional effects it is displaying here. Okay, this is how we can use of our 3D effects here. Rotation, if you want to make it some rotation, we can rotate it. If you want to make it some degrees change, then we can 70. See, now it is giving me 3D effects like this. Effects, degrees, some 60 degrees I will give. So whenever you change it something, it will automatically reflect here. So this is how it will be. 3D effects will be given here. Projected mode, something perspective. So this will be in a perspective mode, and this is in a oblique mode. That depends on your options here. Visibility, fill, border, and shadow. We have covered these options in the previous properties also. The same thing here. If you want to make use of this one, we can display it in the 3D also. Okay. As of now, I am removing this 3D here. Just one more beautiful option we have here is, once you are okay with all this chart report, simply what we can do here is we can change the chart type here. Okay. Right now I am using the column chart, right? I want to use the line chart, just click OK here. See, now it is changed to line chart here. Just preview it here. Means simply I can change my chart type at any time. Okay, that's what's the beauty in SSRS here. So we can use of this chart at any time, change type of this chart here. If you want to have some shape here, shape chart, then just make use of this shape chart. See, this is how it will be shaped now, and these are the colors available, and this is the report is giving here like this. Change the chart type to bar is there, right? So we can change of this one. So this is how automatically all our chart types can be changed here. Okay. Once we are okay with this one, we can follow whichever options depends on our customer requirement. If customer says we need only the bar chart, then we can use this one. Simply design your chart and change your chart as per the requirement. Range, you can use the area chart also. These are also pretty famous here. So this is how it will be automatically reflects any chart type here. Okay, these are the options available in the chart report type. Okay, that's all for today's. We will try to discuss more on the remaining report items in the coming sessions, and the last session will be on the deployment of this report. Okay, thank you for all. That's all for today's.